So, good day, ma'am. Good day, everyone. In this chapter, we're going to tackle about the different styles of learning. So, now in the previous modules, we have learned about the intelligence as a source of differences among individuals. And in this module, we will learn about learning styles, a source of difference among individuals where students may not react to the same learning stimulus in the same way. It is expounds on the concept of learning styles and present different categories or types as studied by experts. So we will see here the various ways of identifying and describing learning styles to help us identify student prevailing styles. By knowing this, it will help us to choose appropriate instructional materials and techniques and guide students in effectively processing information using the approach they are comfortable with. So our intended learning outcome distinguish the different styles of learning. So we have here the definitions and meanings of learning styles. So first we have Kiffey and Monk, 1986, view learning styles as the characteristics, cognitive, affective, and psychological behaviors that serve as relatively stable indicators of how learners perceive, interact with, and respond to the learning environment. So now, Kiffey and Monk says that learning styles are usual ways of how student thinks, feels, and behave when it comes to learning. So these tendencies are stable to help us understand how students perceive, interact with, and respond sa ilahang learning environment. So for the example of the cognitive is when a students understand the lesson better when the lessons are shown through charts and diagrams, no? This will shows their mind work best with visual information. So, for the affective naman, a learners participate more when the teacher encourage them or when the topic interests them. So, no, their emotions influence how they respond to the lessons. So, for the psychological behavior, for example, is na isa ka students maka-learn siya better when na siya sa quiet room, while another learns better while moving or kanang magbuhat sila og hands-on activities. So, their physical and behavioral tendencies affect how they interact with the environment. So now, overall learning styles explain why students do not learn in the same way even in the same classroom. So next we have Done and Done. 2001. Define learning style as the way in which the learner begins to concentrate, process, and retain new and difficult information. So, no, in this learning style shows how a learner focuses, understands, and remember new or difficult information. For example, as students remember math lessons better when watching videos, while ang uban naman is maglearn best when reading textbooks. So next is Schmeck defines learning styles as the predisposition on the part of some learners to adopt a particular learning strategies regardless of the specific demands of learning tasks. So no, in this learning style is a learner's naturally tendency use the same learning method even if the task changes. For example, students always prefer taking notes to learn whether in math, English, or history because that's their usual strategies on how they learn. So we have here the next learning styles. For D is learning style refers to the preferential way in which the student absorbs, processes, comprehends, and retains information. Cognitively, emotional, environmental, and prior experience factors to relate to one's learning style. So no, in these learning styles, as students, the preferred ways of students is to take in, understand, and remembers information influenced by how they think, how they feel, and in their environment or their past experience. So, for the example, one student can katon siya og build a bicycle by reading the manuals, while ang others naman kay makalearn sila through immediate assembling the parts through hands-on practice. So next is E, Learning styles refers to the unique or particular way a person approaches learning and studying. So, in this learning style is a person's unique way of approaching the learning and studying. So, for example, a student's maka-learn siya best when highlighting or rewriting notes para ma-retain niya ang mga lessons. While another naman mag-learns better when they kanang mamina og music sa mga lecture through video or through watching videos. So we have here learning styles involve a predisposition to use a particular approach, a preference for certain modalities in processing new information, and a predisposition to respond to situation using one or a combination of these modalities. So now in short, a learning style is the process or a strategy of a learner how to adapt or to learn materials easily and meaningfully. So no, learning styles nila mas nag-refer to learners' natural preference for a certain way of learning, for like how they take in information, how they choose to process it, and how they typically respond in the learning situation. So no, it is specific strategy or method of a student uses to learn something more easily and meaningfully. So for example, for the approach, a students always start learning by watching videos before mag-read og anything. So ang uban naman, for the preferred modality, one learner understands lessons better through listening the lessons, while ang uban na pod mas makat-on sila better through hands-on activities. So no, we have example also for the response style is when the students is given a project, one student prefers to plan or mag-write og notes daan, while ang uban naman immediately begins building and creating the given project. So no, daghan daw kay models of learning styles, all of them recognizing the diversity of individuals. So most models suggest that teachers should adopt instructions to ways individuals learn, with some believing in matching teaching techniques to learning styles characteristics all the time and others only some of the time. So diba no, learning styles model shows that the students learn in different ways. So the teacher should adjust their teaching para mo fit sa students' learning, either always or sometimes depending sa ilahang approach. For example, in a classroom, a teacher explains a science lesson with a video for visual learners, a discussion for auditory learners, and for a hands-on experiments for those kinesthetic learners so all the students can understand the topic. So more recently, studies show skepticism about matching teaching techniques to learning styles, cautioning practitioners about its practical utility in facilitating learners. So no, recent studies suggest that teaching exactly according to a student's learning style may not actually improve sa ilahang learning as much as we thought. So teachers should be more careful about relying too much on learning styles when magplan sila og lessons. So, di ba, even if the teachers give a video to mga visual learners and hands-on activity for those kinesthetic or mga auditory learners, it doesn't always mean that those students will learn better than if they use another method. The visual of considering learning styles is supported by Mayer and Massa studies, which identified a visualizer verbalizer dimension with the three facets, which is the cognitive spatial ability, cognitive styles, learner preference. So no, learning styles can be very useful. A study by Mayer and Massa found that the students can be visual learners or a verbal learners. This depends on the three things. First is the cognitive spatial ability. It is how good are they at understanding spaces and visuals, while cognitive styles, what, whether the students are naturally think in images or words, and the learner preference is whether the students prefer learning visually or through learning verbally. So now, for example, a students with high cognitive spatial ability and a visual preference learn science better when mag-shows ka sa ilaha og diagram about solar system. Next example is when a student who thinks verbally and preferred words learns the same lessons better by reading detailed descriptions of those planets. So, before accommodating students' learning styles, teachers should remember that preference does not guarantee effectiveness. Students may prefer what is easy or familiar, and learning style may be only a minor factor, with the teaching strategies and social connection playing more major roles. So, the role of learning styles became stronger when considered with other factors. No? So, kita mga teachers should always be careful when using learner styles because young students may not know the best way for them to learn. No, just because as students mas prefer nila ang style doesn't mean it will help them learn better. Like other things like teaching methods and social interactions can have a bigger impact to them. So, learning styles work best no when i-combine mo kaning nga mga factors. For example, as students kay mas prefer niya mag-watch og video because feel niya sayon ra, but they might understand a science lesson better if kanang a teacher also kana i-explain it clearly and allow group discussion so that makashare sila sa ilang mga classmates og mga ideas and mas maka-learn sila og better. The criticism about learning styles should not discourage teachers from considering them because teachers can determine other specific conditions that enhance student learning. So, no, even with criticism, teachers should always consider learning styles when planning a lessons because it helps them to figure out the best methods and conditions for students' learning. So, for example, a teacher kanang na-notice niya ang students mas maka-learn better kanang mga hands-on experiments or hands-on activities and ginagamit niya na alongside with a clear instructions and group activities to help the students kanang mas ma-understand ang concepts more effectively. So let's proceed to the fluid natures of learning styles. So no, nature of learning styles which teachers should have a knowledge of because of their implication on teaching and learning. So we have here the natures of learning styles by Overview of Learning Styles 2018. So now, first we have each person prefers different learning styles and techniques. So everyone has a way they like to learn best. For example, si Maria kay mas maka-learn siya better by solving problems, while si John mas prefer niya mag-watch og video para mas maka-learn siya better. So, B is learning styles group common ways that people learn, no? So, similar learning preference can be grouped into categories like kanang mga visual learners. For example, students who like diagrams and charts are grouped as a visual learners. So, for the C, everyone has a mix of learning styles. So, people usually use more than one styles, not just one. So, for example, students kay mag-read siya notes verbally but also kay mag-draw siya diagrams para ma-visualize niya kung unsa ang iyahang gi-studyhan. So, next is D. One may use different styles in different circumstances. So, ang learner daw kay mag-change silang style depende sa task or subject. For example, ang students kay maminaw silang lecture when it comes sa history class. When it comes naman sa math class, kay magsige sila solve. But when it comes sa science class, magdo na pod sila og hands-on experiments. So, no, mag-change silang style depende sa ilahang subject. So, next is E. There is no right mix of learning styles, nor is there a fixed learning style. So, people learning style combination mag-vary and mag-change siya over time. So, no, for example, as students may rely on reading karon, but later kay mas prefer na pod nila ang mag-watch og videos para maka-learn. So, next is F. There is no best learning style, nor is there a bad learning style. So, all learning styles daw are equally valid. For example, ang students kay mag-learn siya through listening, reading, or magduog activities or mag-watch og videos no, it can be effective depende sa isa ka tawo. Depende kung paunsa iyang strategies para maka-learn siya, and it all equally valid. So no, but these learning styles are flexible and can change over time. A person's preferred way of learning is not fixed and mag-vary depending sa time and situation. So, what is learning style? Learning style is an approach to studying, understanding, and learning a material, showing that individuals perceive and process information in different ways. Variations may occur among individuals or within the individual, influenced by heredity, upbringing, and environmental demands. So, no, learning style is the way a person studies, understands, and learns material. People process and understand information differently, and these differences can mag-exist siya between individual or even sa same person at different times. Factors like intelligence, upbringing, and environment influence influence these differences. So, no? For example, two students are learning how to solve fractions. So, one student kay mas ma-understand niya better ang fraction by using fraction blocks or mag-draw siya og mga charts or mga hands-on or visual approach. So, ang another students kay maka-learn siya better by reading the steps in the textbooks or kanang i-write out niya ang mga problems. So, no, their different learning styles help them process and understand the same math concept in ways that suit them best. So we have here the factors of learning style. So first is concrete versus abstract perceivers, and second is active versus reflective processor. So what is concrete and abstract perceivers? First is concrete perceivers learn best by experiencing things directly, like doing, sensing, or feeling, while the abstract perceiver learns best by analyzing, observing, and thinking about information. So, for example of the concrete perceivers is learns geometry by measuring real objects and drawing shapes, while the abstract perceivers kay ma-learn siya geometry by studying the formulas and learning the theorems. And for the active and reflective processors naman kay active processors understand new information by immediately applying it, while the reflective processors understand new information by thinking it through before applying it. So for example, an active processors learn fractions by solving problems right away, while ang reflective processors kay ma-learn siya fractions by thinking it carefully about the steps and reasoning before solving problems. So, no, any learning materials involve the two processing, perceiving, and processing information, each unique to the individual, and may combine one approach in perceiving with another in processing. So, no, every learning styles involve two steps: how a person perceive the information and how they process it or understand and use it. So each step can be different for each person. So a learning style can be a mix of different approaches. So now, let's proceed. How does the study of learning styles impact on education? So first, we have education should focus not only on analysis, reasoning, and problem solving, but also allow opportunity for intuition, feeling, sensing, and imagination when students work with instructional materials. So no, teachers thou should not only teach thinking and problem solving, but also mag-allow students to use intuition, feelings, and imagination when it comes sa learning. So for example, ang students kay mag-explore og patterns in numbers through creative games or puzzles, not just by doing calculations. So next, we have teaching methods should connect to learning styles using experience, reflection, conceptualization, and experimentation, incorporating elements like music, visual, and movement. So no, and teaching thou should match students' learning styles using a mix of experience, reflection, ideas, and experiments. So the classroom should include also the different elements like music, visual, movements, and hands-on activities. So for example, when the teaching is for example, the water cycle, the teacher can show a visual or let the students act out the cycle and discuss it in a group. So next we have teachers should understand their students' learning styles to guide them effectively and help them gain better control of their learning. So no, teachers should understand their students' learning style to help them learn better and take control of their learning. For example, a teacher notice one student nga mag-learn best when it comes sa mag-draw og diagrams and another is mag-write og steps and mag-guide siya sa students sa ilahang mga preferred nga methods sa students on how to solve a problem. So, no, it would be good to know the concerns of experts regarding developments in the study of learning styles. More recently, the claims regarding these concerns are the following. So, first is there is no coherent framework of preferred learning styles. Other studies found more than 3 learning styles. So, no clear framework. There isn't just one set of learning styles. There are many different studies shows that there are a lot of learning styles. For example, some students learn visually, some students learn verbally, and students learn kinesthetically, and others through different combinations of learning styles. So next is categorizing individuals can lead to assumptions of fixed learning styles can compare motivations to adopt. So no, avoid daw ang categorization. Labeling students with a fixed style kay makareduce og motivation to try new ways of learning. For example, ang student is labeled siya as visual learner. So, possible mo avoid siya listening to explanation even if makatabang to sa ilaha. Next is systematic studies found very weak or no evidence that matching materials to learning styles improve educational attainment. So students improve by thinking about how they learn and not by matching materials to their supposed learning style. So no, limited evidence for matching teaching to style. So research shows that teaching exactly to a learner's style does not necessarily improve the learning of the students. Thinking about how one learns is more helpful. So for example, students may do better by reflecting on their study habits rather than only watching videos because they are a visual learners. Next is everyone has a mix of learning styles. Some may have a dominant styles, use different styles in different circumstances, and there is no fixed or right mix. So no, everyone uses a mix. People have multiple learning styles and may use different ones in different situations. So there is no single best mix. For example, students may read notes for history subject, but sa iyang science subjects kay magdo sila og experiments. So, no, by adapting to the subject and situation, so malahi-lahi gyud ang uh, learning styles sa mga students. So there is also the thinking that difference in cognitive performance can influence learning preferences. So no, this means that the way a person's brain processes information can affect what they learn easily. For example, if someone is very good at understanding sounds and breaking down words, they will likely do well in reading. But those same strength may not help them as much in math. So they might not perform as well there in math subject. Notwithstanding the criticism and debate on the learning styles, it is difficult to identify what exactly makes for individual styles with a question on whether the driving factor is biological, psychological, or a habit. The debate continues because study shows no real evidence that learning outcomes improve when learning styles are accommodated in the classroom. So no, this means that even though people argue about the learning style, we still really don't know what causes someone to have those certain style, whether gikan sa ilang biological, sa ilang or in their mind or just habit lang nila. So no, studies also shows nga walay clear proof that teaching students based on their supposed learning style actually improve their learning. So the idea of learning style remains uncertain and unproven. So now, for example, as students kay mas prefer niya mag-watch of videos. So sa biological, we don't know if this is because ilang brain mag-work better than visual uh, kesa mag-verbal lang sila. So next is sa psychological. So what ta kabalo if mas komportable di ay sila ana nga learning styles, and for the habit is or baka naanad lang sila nga YouTube ilang gamiton para mas makasabot sila sa lesson. So no, wala man jud gi-guarantee good nga only videos nga ang videos kay makahatag og better learning. So no, mixed strategies may still work as well and even better. The importance of studying learning styles lies in making students aware of their learning styles, allowing them to organize a stimulating environment for learning, discover effective approaches, enjoy success, improve quality of work and results, reduce homework stress, and maximize learning at home or in school. So no, by knowing your learning styles, it helps you to understand how you learn best. It lets you organize your study environment, try different learning methods, enjoy learning, improve your work and results, and it reduces your stress both at home and school. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you for watching.